I always start with what do I know for sure, and the story is hardly ever as harsh as the reality. That opens up my natural instinct to help, and I just ask myself, what could I do next that would help?
At the Texas Conference for Women during Sai's Q&A session, a person asked, is there a go-to list of questions that you use to change your mindset and to challenge our own way of thinking?
The first question is, what do I know for sure? Because the ego has a whole story going on, and if you investigate it, what do I know for sure? It really changes everything, okay? And I'll tell you a story about these three questions. The second one is, I've already told you, what can I do to help? And then the third one is, what would great look like? If I were great right now, what would great look like? So, after about 20 years of marriage, my husband made some choices and we divorced. And he had a head injury and the divorce got really challenging. And he was doing a lot of things like preemptively, if I would free up credit on the credit card, he would charge it to the max. Now, as a traveling person, that's a little tricky when you show up at a hotel and your credit card's denied. So I've got 4 little boys. I'm just trying to do the best I can. I'm hurting. I published my first book. It is the biggest opportunity in my life. I'm going to Chicago to the 4 Seasons, and I'm going to give my biggest keynote ever, and we're launching this book. And so I'm really forgetting all my problems. I'm so high on this experience, and I drive up in my rental car, and the bell person comes out, and it's like swanky hotel, and I'm like, girl, today I'm at least going to enjoy this stuff. So I go up to check in, and I put my credit card to the register person, and she's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, it's denied. And I'm like, oh, no problem, not dawning on me. And I give him another, and then another, and then my last one. And I can't check into my room. All I have to do for tomorrow, for this big keynote, is look like $1 million, get a good night's rest, and be great, like on stage. That's it, right? And all of a sudden, I am so furious. He is trying to ruin me, and I don't have a place to sleep, and this is going to ruin my entire day. And he does this crap on purpose, and my ego just came hard. And I just felt defeated. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute. What do I know for sure? I don't have a place to sleep. I have a rental car. The seats recline. I'm going to go sleep in that thing. What do I know for sure? It's like, this place has a spa, and I'm pretty good at piggybacking because I always forgot my badge, and so I know how to piggyback in on all you guys because I was the chronic not badge wearer. So I'm like, okay, 4 Seasons. So I waited outside the spa, and I piggybacked right on in. And I got myself I'm like, I can do this. And then I had to really ask this question, what could I do to help? And I didn't feel like helping him right now. Like, this is horrendous. I'm like, what could I do that would add value? What could I do to help? But I did think about what could I do to help myself and help people and help my kids. I can move quickly beyond this. And what would great look like? I'm taking that stage and I'm going to rock this thing. What being a great mom look like? It would be making sure that my kids have what they need. And it's not an angry mom who doesn't like their dad. That's not what they need. And so those questions I always start with what do I know for sure? And the story is hardly ever as harsh as the reality. That opens up my natural instinct to help. And I just ask myself, what could I do next that would help? And then when no one deserves any help, I ask myself, what would great look like? Because I want to get what I came for in this lifetime. And my doing what I need to do is not going to be contingent on what you think it's going to be contingent on what I'm called to do. And so a lot of times, what would great look like goes beyond all of my circumstances, and you can just succeed anyway. So those are my 3 favorite questions that I walk with on the daily.